about it. Get on the Yukio Tachibana and just dominate the early game right now. That Yukio Tachibana, is he gonna be able to jump in and try to take some of the camps out of the lamb? Let's wait and see.
Okay, I'm going to be clear here. I feel like this game is extremely hard for TNX as the Ukyo Tachibana, right? Swift Strike, yes, he's fast, but you don't get the combination you're looking for because Danny does have the second skill, Legal Immunity, to get out of stuns, and then Tatsuri is not going to be easy to catch as well.
Well, let's wait and see what's going to happen in there. Lapu Lapu just came into the mid lane just to kind of have the vision. Passes by the Limpo and then they just say hi to each other, they just wave themselves goodbye.
Yeah, because there's no point, right? I mean, these are two beefy boys. It's just a pillow fight at this point. But oh, here we go. TNX looking for the initial steal. It will be stolen away. No, it will be secured by Migi. But this is a buff that is not in the hands of Carl.
Exactly. Even though TNX was unable to steal that, but Migi taking that instead.
Oh,
no!
Yep. That's a big first blood there. Going into the hands of Carl, by the way. Okay, it doesn't matter if I don't get the Zero Golem, I take your life. And now TNX is buffless.
What is going on today? Look at that. The Lamb comes in and he's able to bag in one kill. It was a good way just to stop that, right? Like he lost the Zero Golem, but you know what? Is it really nice that he can actually take the gold from the kill? He's gonna come in, he's already level 4, and this is bad news for Dominator. One more time. They had the composition for the early game, and the early game does not seem to be going their way.
It definitely does not, right? I feel like KNX is going to have a very hard time in this game. At the same point of time, paying attention to Migi's decision making. Any time before 2 minutes where you use your flash and get a result out of it, there's a big win for you.
Of course. 2 minutes of the game right now is going to be Dominator Esports, the ones that they're going to have to try to come up with a new strategy. If the early game is not going to work this next 2 minutes before the Tyrant, they're going to have to be critical for them just to try to don't let this gap start building up.
Yeah,
they have eyes on the Golem. Look at that.
If they can steal it, that would be great, but it doesn't look like that's the case for now, right? And at this point, both junglers are not at this side of the map. Nobody actually wants to give this Crimson Golem away to any side. But it is going to be a secure of the Fire Beak at the bottom to the hands of Tatsuri, so it's still looking good for Boom.
Still looking good for Boom. The problem here is that in order for them to save some of their resources, they need to be sharing the gold that Carl would really appreciate, right? That is the biggest problem right now. That's what you can see, even though that Boom Esports has been able to just to catch the first blood, have been able to catch in some of the resources. Right now, Dominator still has everything very balanced.
Okay, they will force the skill usages from the side of L. No flash committed just yet, they don't want to do so. It is 3.5 minutes. This is where the neutral objectives are going to spawn in 30 seconds. Nobody wants to waste resources.
That the rotation is going to get 3v2. It's going to jump in. Look at that. The Unbridled Outburst is going to come in as well. CC is going to fall.
Yeah, and what a time to do it as well. 15 seconds before the neutral objectives come out. Boom, make that initial rotation and a lot of value because you shut down CC, your farm laner. He needs to grow, and right now he is 6 foot under.
It is not looking good for DMT, TNX falling, CC falling. Who's gonna carry right now? If all of their carries are just kind of just keep falling down, and the whole chain is going to fall apart.
Okay, interesting though that Boom Esports actually give up the space of that first Tyrant. They give it all the way to DMT. It feels like Carl wants more priority over that Azure Golem because he needs mana as well.
Well, right now we can see that Boom Esports win the fights. But what do we do after that? And that is one of the big questions that I have always posed in there. Can we just understand that winning the fights is not the main objective and it's just actually what do I do after winning those fights that actually counts?
They need to give space, another burst, and Joel is taken down. Combination galore from the side of Boom Esports. And this is a 3-0 kill score. Boom, dominant.
Boom is taking complete control over the game. I think the problem here is not the composition, it's not the strategy, it's the mentality coming in from Dominator Esports. Dominator just feels like those boxers when you hit them straight into the chin and their legs go weak. And right now they don't seem to understand what is going on in the map.
I think it's a pacing issue, right? Knowing that this combination of Migi's ultimate onto Kao is a potent one, you need to play with the timings. And right now, DMT needs to be, unfortunately, ironically, more aggressive.
Yeah. They have to be more aggressive in order just to stop things out, but they are not being able just to get any fights. If you analyze just the kills that Boom Esports is getting, they're all coming from ganking. It's not actually big fights. It's just coming in a 3v1 and a 1v1s.
Yep, and they're tanky on the side of Boom Esports. That's the whole problem. But potential kill, no, there's no way. This is not something that TNX wants to do. He will go into the middle of 3 here. The backup does come in from the rest of DMT, but not going to be enough at this point. And they have to run with their tail in between their legs at this point. Boom Esports, here comes a flank from Kao. Can he find more value? No ultimate commitment by Migi, and this is going to be a stalemate. But this shows you that DMT, they have no options.
Such a beautiful flank in from Carl, right? As he jumps into the water, he realizes that it's a 1 against 4, understanding that this is not that moment of the game yet. That he is a lamb, he is an assassin, but he's not mental to take that fight.
Yeah, there was definitely no need for that to take the risk, right? At the same point of time, we're talking about CC. The fact that he fell once, this is going to affect his gold accumulation, right? And the one that will be able to melt the tanks on the side of Boom is CC, but he's so far away from that, and you know what? Let's put a pause on that timer because CC is down for another 20 seconds.
CC is down for another 20 seconds. He won't be able to keep collecting any of the gold that he so desperately needs right now. Going back to the fountain is going to put a lot of pressure on DMT right now. Look at that. Right now, Carl does not need to even show up. The only thing that he needs to do is just to keep farming and collecting gold. This is just such a difficult game for DMT right now.
I feel like this is just showing the prowess of Boom, right? They know exactly what the win conditions of DMT are. Look, the teammates on the side of Boom, nobody's standing together, right? You have no value. L's ultimate, Tuff's ultimate, there is no value in it. You're gonna catch a singular member, and the rest of Boom is gonna wrap you up in a piece of paper.
Even though we can see right now that Boom Esports it's taking control over the game, there's not that big a gold advantage in between them, right? Only 1,000 gold. The advantage right now for the PKL representatives.
It is not sizable just yet, but give them a couple more kills, right? Boom will be able to kind of wash DMT away. TNX looking for a catch there, unable to find it.
Look at that. The Lamb comes in, takes the Azure Golem, is going to deny the resources for TNX. That Ukiyo Tachibana with only 6,500 gold.
Oh, look at that. What a play. Migi baits out the ultimate from the side of CC. They get the rotation in, and now they get a 8.5 minute Tyrant for free. Boom Esports, this is the macro we are looking for.
Uncontested, that Tyrant is gonna go. Nothing that DMT can do at the moment. We're gonna look at this. It's gonna be a very big lap move going in there. He knows that he can take right now at this moment of the game, due to the fact that DMT does not have the items, he can take a 1v2 and still run away.
Yeah, bear in mind, this is a Crimson buff CC, and still there is not enough damage available on the side of DMT to do anything against Draw.
9 minutes of the game, they tried to keep pushing, they tried to take control over the wave.
CC,
he can take the 1v1 against CC. He disappears from the map. What is going on? Why are we not checking on the brush?
Yeah, it's a rampage for Kao here, and that's a big kill. CC, he needs more time, but he will not get any of it. T1 in the mid is going to be taken down once again. And here comes Joe, baited out with the Kachosans as well as a Real Engine. Kao right now is already at level 14. Going into this pre-10 minutes of the game, this guy is already close to 9,000 worth of gold.
Oh no, look at that. He's already Exo Torment, Pure Sky. He's extremely very close to his next item as he sits right now on 9,000 gold. That lamb is gigantic at the moment in comparison to the only 7,700 gold that Ken X has on that Ukyo Tachibana, whose power spike is already gone.
Yeah, and look, I like the fact that, okay, maybe he just showed himself, Carl. So DMT might want to fully commit for this take here, but Carl has taken a T2. This is already a bad trade for the side of DMT. What more can they do? Right now, they're doing the dance outside of the Tyrant Pit. They have to do something here, and you can see CC, he cannot offer anything. L tries to get the catch for the team. TNX does secure it for the team, but the setup from the Rome on the side of Boom Esports is looking great. Nice catch by Miggy as well. There's two members down, Tufts and TNX, as well as the catch. Carl goes in. This is game set for the side of Boom Esports, and game number 3 looking easy for the PKL representatives.
Look at that. Boom Esports comes in. Everyone thought that nothing was going to happen. It was going to be a free Tyrant for Dominator. It was a Tyrant, but it was far from free.